So I got this phone call last year from a judge here in town, and someone I knew from a previous church I was at, and he said, hey, I'm on this committee, and I was wondering if you'd be the faith representative for this committee. I can't remember what it was totally about. I think it was by getting another judge here in town to move the process of trials through more quickly. And I said, would you be on that? And I went, oh, okay, well, can I think about that for a couple days? He said, sure. So I mulled it over for a couple days, and I ran it through my personal mission statement, which is my values, and I turned it into a personal mission statement. And any of us coaches can help you turn your values into that, eventually if we were coaching you. And so my personal mission statement is to add value to people, and through equipping, encouraging words, servant leader actions, and a contagious passion to honor God with my life. So I've said it enough times I got it memorized now. So I used that as my filter, and I went, okay, so if I'm on this team, can I add value to people? Well, maybe. Okay, but I don't know anything about this issue at all. Okay, so can I equip anyone on this? No, I really don't know anything about this issue, okay? Can I encourage? Well, sure, I can be the cheerleader on the team and say, way to go, thanks for being on time to the meeting. Okay, but yeah, okay. Can I be a servant leader on the team? Well, sure, I can say I can take the minutes of the team, or something, and just be a helper. And do I have a lot of contagious passion to bring to it? Not really. And so I called the guy back and I said, thanks so much for thinking of me, but it's just not going to fit into all my other priorities right now. And he said, thanks for thinking about it. And so that's how to use your decision, your values, as a filter for the decisions you make for your time. So what happens when you get a request for your time? Now, some of those are going to be internal requests for your time because you see it in an e-newsletter, or you see it on a bulletin board, or it's just something that you really want to do. And it's sort of like your inner squirrel. I like to call it squirrels, if you have ADD in the room, you know what this means. Squirrel, and you get off track very easily. It's hard to bring it back on track, okay? So your inner squirrel jumps for something, and so you have to try to get back on track. Others are external, people making a request on your limited discretionary time. So Shannon's going to be talking a little bit later about how to put those intentional priorities into your calendar. So let me share with you now, though, how to protect your priorities with something called boundaries. And in your notes on the back side, that first blank there is to understand boundaries. Boundaries are like the gate that goes, like a picket fence that goes around your property, and it's the gate, and it's like it swings open and shut, and it's what you let in and out of your life. Now, some people have gun turrets and guard dogs and block walls, and nothing gets into their life. I call them boundary queens. Nobody's getting in here. Other people are sort of the gate just sort of blows open with the wind, and everything goes out, everything comes in. You're just transparent. Your feelings on your sleeve, right? You get taken advantage of pretty easily. Well, let me just give everyone permission here tonight to say no. I know it's a hard word, and maybe that's why you're here tonight, but you have permission to say no, because that means that you're going to be saying yes to your priorities that line up with your values, if that makes sense. So you control the gate, no one else does. No one can make you say yes to anything. And if you let them, then other people will be writing the script for your life. And you'll resent that then in the long term. So if you don't guard the gate or your boundaries, it allows other people to take your limited resources until your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual health is adversely affected. Then you're sitting at dinner one night with your family, and your child says, pass the salt, and you go, everybody wants everything from me! And you run screaming out of the room. And your kids are going like, what's up with mom tonight, Because you've just been taxed to the absolute limit, and you're living out someone else's script, and you have no choices anymore, and everybody's violated all your boundaries. So you can't ignore people trampling on your time management lawn, because it just won't go away. Police officers say that if you don't remove graffiti right away, it just proliferates. And it's like, well, nobody cares, we might as well just keep doing it over and over. It's out of control. And maybe you're that way today when it comes to your boundaries. My drop-dead gorgeous wife is here today as well, somewhere in the crowd. And she's heard me say many times that don't go weeding in someone else's lawn when your house is on fire. Okay, does that make sense? We meddle in other people's stuff and we use our time over here, and we don't have the laundry done, the dishes done, the kids aren't fed, back over here. So it's really important that we say yes to a time commitment, but we don't say yes to those that put us out of balance, that affect our values adversely.